Hey guys, FilthyRobot here, continuing our playthrough of EU4 with the Arumba as we watch our general roll 0 and their general roll 9s over and over and over again. So that's pretty fun.
So yeah, we totally forgot about fervor.
Yep.
I think it'd be cool if there was like an auto cast button, like you could just say turn this on whenever it's possible, because I always forget about this thing.
Morale of armies plus 10%. That's, you know, that's an interesting
it's really good.
That
yeah,
could be useful.
We're turning that one on for sure. Done. Sold.
All right.
And
I'm ready for the rolls.
Yeah, let's see how we do.
Roll well. No,
Nice.
Zero's just really not going to cut it.
I think Edgar needs to be put out to pasture. All right, okay, so it's Brunswick siding coalition, so that's a thing. The second coalition war has fired because they don't like us. But this time, in this war, we've got Bohemia, France, Sweden have all joined it as defenders, because it was a defensive thing instead of offensive. Still not exactly ideal, right? We would have preferred for them to just not do that.
Good roll, finally. We just rolled a 8 to a -1. And then another fucking 0.
Okay, how are we
I miss
looking
Benjamin.
You want to go back to Benjamin?
No. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, that's another 5 versus a 7. I don't like that. We're going to retreat.
Time to walk off before we get fucking shattered. Losing war score. What do we kill? We lost more than we killed there, too. A lot more. Holy. No, that's alive. Oh, I was reading it wrong. Never mind. That explains why I thought you lost 10,000 cannons last time.
All right, this is less than ideal. So our army was below 0.5 morale, which means that it shattered not where I wanted it to.
Uh-oh.
And now our army's split up, and we're gonna have a hard time trying to combine it again.
Okay.
But we're gonna see if we can do it probably over in Gwynedd behind the Marches fort.
Okay, where's the other half of it?
Well, it's more than half. It's the vast majority is marching past Lothian up into Wallace the Girthy.
Yeah.
Of course, that army up there is 5,000 cannons with only 2,600 infantry protecting it. If we could engage that, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Would you prefer to control some of the movement?
I'm okay with this. This is fine. I do a lot of war in mine. I'm pretty familiar with it. The only stuff I like to see are the dates approximations, because I do get fairly screwed on those fairly regularly. I'm not entirely sure yet about the date stuff. Like I thought I made a very, very solid mistake, which was I thought when a unit was locked in, it meant that it would only ever be to the outcome area. So a couple times I'd moved in units. So like when it says it's locked, I'd move into the territory he was in, and I'd still get the fight, even though he was locked to leave the area, and I didn't realize that. So that was unfortunate.
Oh yeah, as long as he's not actually left the province, then yeah.
So what is the best way then? What is the tip? What is the expert billion hours played of this game tip for getting a fight with favorable terrain based on movement stuff? Like have a faster general? Like what is the best way to do this? If I know he's moving to an area and I want to get to the area before him, but he's left first, even if he's just left that instant, how do I get there first regularly, reliably?
Maneuver will do it, or you just have to pause and unpause the game and wait until you see that they are moving, and then wait until they immediately become locked and then move to be there first. But maneuvers the best thing.
They always seem to get to those fucking things first to me. Even if I do exactly that, wait till they're locked, then click on it, I always seem to be arriving just a little bit late.
Well, depending on how far into your campaign you got, there is an ability that we're going to unlock soon called Forced March. It's possible that the AI has been using Forced March against you. How late into the campaign did you get? What year?
It's pretty early.
Okay, then probably not. Okay, we finally just want to fight against them, and I think this is the end of the Spanish army.
Good.
Okay, we need to...
Why does it even give them numbers? They don't have enough troops to siege that, I thought, with less than 1k troops in Lothian. So what's going on up there?
I don't know. It's just showing that they are trying to do a siege, but they can't succeed.
Okay.
We're going to stack wipe that one. That one's done. Okay. We can't actually get to Kent due to zone of control, which is funny.
Yeah, right. So you're going to split up some guys so we don't take so much attrition?
You don't suffer attrition taking back your own territory.
Oh, didn't know that. Okay.
Notice how our troops, none of them have actual little skulls. Yep.
Yeah.
We have high war exhaustion. War exhaustion is at 5.27. We need to get our capital back.
Okay.
So I think what's happening is that the Spanish have run out of manpower. They're also in hostile territory, which makes it very difficult for them to reinforce.
So, all right. Just on the high war exhaustion thing, I can mouse over and see the effects of war exhaustion. Where do I see what the precursors of it are?
The precursors, like what causes it?
Yeah.
What causes war exhaustion? Losing troops in combat, suffering attrition.
Yeah, but where's like a mouse over where I can see that?
What you're actual gaining? You hover over the up arrow?
No. Where it's caused by. So yeah, okay, I see that.
Yeah, as far as like how much war exhaustion you gain from combat, I have no idea.
Okay. But you are like, I know that having a capital taken gives us war exhaustion. Where were you seeing that?
Hover over the up arrow on the stability and expansion tab next to where it says 5.75 war exhaustion. It says monthly war exhaustion development is 0.24, occupied home provinces plus 0.21.
On the up arrow? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
So basically, because of Holland and our capital gives tons and tons of war exhaustion. It's very, very bad to have your capital occupied. By the way, we are very, very high on admin points. We're like 20 points away from the cap, but we're still 2 years ahead of time.
Okay.
So, let's see.
What's the next admin thing, though? Let's go take a look. How important is it? In other words, technology, improved drainage.
This would be a situation.
Like exciting tech.
This would be a situation where I'd probably consider doing some development.
Yeah, because of the next, not Renaissance, what's it called? Institution?
That, or just because I don't want to waste the points, but nothing else appeals to me. I'm not going to buy stability, even though that would give us fervor, which would be nice. I don't like paying for stability when it's already at +1. I don't like paying that extra 50%.
Okay. What does it cost to buy down? Oh, it's the other one. It's not admin, it's Diplo. Okay.
Let's see. I want to take a look at the institution spread for the printing press.
Okay, so to do that, we go to something weird. It's a tech menu, then click on Show Institutions, then click on Printing Press. And I don't actually see shit for that. Well, no, it's 15% present in most of our countries, most of our provinces. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's just due to natural spread. So I would just pick any province that has low development cost.
And that's going to be the smaller provinces, right?
Well, you're going to go B for the macro builder, 8.
Yeah, I've done that.
And then sort by cost.
Okay.
Third one. So like Cornwall, Glamorganshire.
Yeah.
Holding.
This is admin. We want admin.
You'll
admin
notice
is taxes, right?
Yeah, you'll notice that some of them are green and some of them are yellow and some of them are red.
Yeah. What's that mean?
Green means that like there's positive modifiers to taxes there. Red means that it's low, so like non-accepted culture, high autonomy, something like that. So I'm looking at
better, basically.
I'm looking at Hampshire and Pale because those have 0% autonomy and they're both green.
Okay.
So yeah, go spend like 300 points. Nothing crazy, just enough to give us some leeway.
All right.
And we need one more cannon to get the full bonus. We do still want to avoid disease outbreaks if possible, so you can get disease outbreaks on your own holdings, which is not cool.
Okay. We got a rebel uprising. It's exciting. 80% English separatists in Gloucestershire.
Nice. That's because we have high war exhaustion.
Yeah.
That's what's causing that.
Right around the corner, though. Just be aware. All right. Why don't you go wipe this stack out?
The one up. I can't. It's behind a zone of control.
Yeah, but can't you walk all the way around the zone of control?
No. Take the army that's in Essex and try to go to it.
Yeah. I see the London zone of control. I was thinking we could get to Hampshire, but we can't. Okay.
No, we got to take back London first. Now, if the so the Spanish are running out of manpower, and the Spanish are probably getting distracted by the French a bit.
Maybe the French don't seem to be doing very well.
So yeah, I'm gonna poke our navy out to try to blockade, since the Spanish fleet left.
Okay.
See if we can get London back. Should fall right now, hopefully. Click, click, tick, tick, go, go.
Yeah, right.
Damn it.
Still pretty good for next month. So you've killed that annoying stack up north. Good. All right, war's stabilizing a little bit, feels like.
Yeah. The main thing we need to do is get the war goal and take back Holland.
Yep.
And now that France is in the war, France is getting wrecked, though, again.
I know. By the way, we could probably consider calling in Sweden, right? Our Is
Nope.
our war goal still ridiculous? Or still too
We have
bad?
to be above negative 25 war score for them
Okay.
to accept the defensive call. But they would.
That helped so much. This, by the way, that getting our capital back. We went from negative 60 to minus 38 on just that action. Okay. That was God. He does not roll high numbers, does he? Feels like
No.
4 is about his max.
He's a bit of a loser, isn't he?
Yeah. This is Ignacio. I want to kill this general. He's ridiculous. He's been rolling so well. Okay.
All right. I don't like the attrition tick that we're suffering, so we're gonna go back to London for a second.
Okay. Will we get there in time? Yeah. Okay.
We'll wait for Kent to fall, and then we're probably gonna ferry our way across. Try to relieve. I mean, France lost their capital. I mean, that's not good. We can't let that stick.
Okay. There's a lot of army again, isn't there?
And why is Milan sieging down England, I wonder? Is that Milan is allied to France, and France... Did France claim Calais? Is that what the war was? No, he claimed Armagnac. Okay, he's going for a reconquest, CB. Gotcha. Ah! There's a Spanish fleet. Hide.
He's a nasty fucking fleet right now.
Yeah, he has no troops on that fleet, so he's out. Spain has, like, nothing.
English separatists, 21k. Okay. Should be an easy wipe, though.
Yep.
No leaders. I get some cannons, though. Fucking separatists. They got cannons. We gotta find out who's supplying them, Arumba. Take those cannons away from them.
We've won more battles in the secondary war. But we've got to get the war goal, which is going to be difficult because Milan is sieging it down right now. If Milan sieges it down for the French war, what'll end up happening is that right now, looking at the English war, they have 16.4 war score from controlling Calais. If Milan succeeds, they'll lose that. They'll lose that though because they won't control it either. So we're going to go from negative 39 back up to like whatever that is, plus 16.
But we can't control the ticking war score, right?
Not until, yeah, and we won't be able to unsiege it.
Oh. Okay. So we need one of these fucking armies to get the Milan army out of Calais. I mean, they're not... I don't see a percentage progress indicator, though, on that.
All right, we're going to chance this. We've got to try to cross in here. I'm going to try to drop 19 troops off here, and if we can, then we can very quickly ferry the entire army across, and then relieve Normandy. Clean up all these little tiny stacks, help out Paris.
That'd be good. We need to help the French.
I noticed that Sweden is actually helping out a little bit, but they're
There's
not...
that 57k stack is going to fight our navy.
Yeah, the 11th. So even though our army was movement locked, the navy is not. So I just told the navy to go back in, and the army went with it.
A huge fucking navy.
We should probably buy down war exhaustion. Like we're ahead of time on dip, or like we have some extra dippo points. We're at 7 war exhaustion, which is why we're getting all these unrests, all these rebellions. I wouldn't buy it down all the way, but I'd buy it down probably twice. Spend like 150 dippo.
Okay.
Beyond that, how close are they? 0% chance to take Calais. We can't land in Holland. We have no control territory over there. We could try to ferry our troops up into Bergen-Schuss from the north. That might be a better route to get our army over there and then come in through Sweden.
It's Bergen. How do I spell Bergen-Schuss?
B-E-R-G. It's just Norway.
Yeah, got it. All right, way the fuck up there.
Yeah, because like the problem is every time we try to cross, it takes 36 days or whatever to land your navy, land your army on hostile terrain. We have no controlled terrain to land on right now, and so every time we try, they just send their navy up and block us. But if we come in from way the hell up here,
there are a lot of stacks we have to clear up over there, and that will not immediately relieve France.
No, France is still enthusiastic. They're at 30 somehow, despite having their capital occupied. Yeah, I'm thinking that that's going to be the only real way we can get up there, though.
Okay.
So we'll send our navy up to Sutherland.
Would you like 100 military power?
Or
From the nobility? They're at 50% loyalty right now.
if we take that, they'll be disloyal.
Manpower recover. Yeah, that's true.
But we have tons of manpower at the moment, so sure, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you feel about rolling generals?
I feel like we got good stats in this general. He's just been rolling shitty. I'd like to roll as a general who rolls consistently, but I don't think we can do that. I don't think that's an option. I mean, what are we using? We're using Edgar, right?
I don't remember.
Beresford.
I would assume yes.
I don't think we're going to get much better stats than that, do you?
A 3-6 with only one maneuver? Well, let's just do a little quick bit of math. Right now,
Okay.
we have our ideas. We have Scottish ambitions or traditions gives us +1 shock. We have full offensive, so that's +1 more shock, +1 fire. So that's 3 guaranteed pips. Our leader himself gives +1 shock.
Where do we get that? How do I see that? Where's the leader itself give +1 shock?
The court tab. King
Old
Walter.
fighter.
Old fighter gives +1 shock. So that's a guaranteed 3 shock, 1 fire.
Okay.
If we were to roll a general with our current army tradition at 32, we get a guaranteed 1. So that's 5 guaranteed pips.
What remind me of those numbers, the guarantees. So army tradition of 20 to 40 or 20 to 39 is +1.
Yep. Okay, so one more time, I'll just walk you through the whole process, and every time we do it, you're going to get closer and closer to remembering it. Okay?
Yeah, I'm actually writing it down this time too, because I'm actually finally to the point where I could use this information. Yep.
Okay, so for the formula for determining how strong your general is, you take your guaranteed pips, which we just counted up. We've got 3 shock, 1 fire.
Yep.
Take your army tradition. So we have 32.1. Okay. Divide that by 20 and round down.
Okay.
So that gives us 1. So we get 1 guaranteed pip there. Okay? Next, you take a D6. So we get 1 to 6. Next, you take 32.1% chance of an extra 1. 32 out of 100. Okay, so that's a 32.1% chance of 1 extra pip. Then subtract 20 from that. And then we'll have a 12.1% chance for an extra pip. Subtract 20 again, and we're at 0, so then that's done. And then finally, you have a 50% chance for 1 extra pip.
Just randomly?
Just extra, yeah. Now, if it's a conquistador, you got to multiply all those numbers by 0.8 because they just get fewer pip generation. And if it's a military leader, then you've got your ruler.
So, all right, we had how many guaranteed pips?
We had 4 from ideas, 1 from tradition. So 5 guaranteed pips.
Okay.
A 6 if you count that the D6 has to be at least a 1.
Well, no, we have 5 guaranteed. Then we have... Wait, we can get 6 on that roll?
Yes, the D6 is a 1 through 6.
So we could get... We're guaranteed basically 5 right now. We could get up to 13 maximum. But it's much more likely that we roll... I mean, what's the average of a 6? It's 1 to 6 is 7, so it's 3.5, right? So we're guaranteed... You said 5, right? Counting the tradition. So we're looking at 8.5 on average with 30% of the time we get... 50% of the time we get another 1. So call that 0.5. So that's... What do we say? That's 9 now. And then another third for 1. 32% chance for 1. So that's another 0.3. So we're looking at 9.3 average pips right now. Right?
Yeah, I count an average... I mean... I don't know how you calculated an average there, but I'm calculating a range of 6 to 14.
Well, how do you calculate an average there? I mean, aren't you just looking at the average return off any one of those rolls and then adding them? So you calculate individual averages on that, right? So 1d6 roll is 1 plus 7 over 2, right? So or 1 plus 6 over 2. So 7 over 2 is 3.5 average pips out of a d6 roll, right?
Sure. Yep.
Okay, 32% chance for 1. That means on average you're getting 0.3 of a pip there, right?
Okay, yeah, I follow your math, yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at basically guaranteed 5, a 50% chance for 1, which is 0.5, that's 5.5, a 3.5 average off the dice roll. So that brings us up to, what do we say, 5.5, that's 9. And then a 30% chance off the random plus 1, so that's 9.3, and then a 12% chance off the plus 1 again. So that's, what do we say?
9.442.
Yeah. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking on average basically 9.5 pips on average on a roll on this right now.
But more importantly, it's the range, right? Because you're not going to get 9.4 pips. You're going to get somewhere between 6 and 14.
Yeah, I know, but I want to see how lucky or unlucky we are when we roll these. That's the more interesting part to me.
So you said you don't think we're going to get too much better. We've been using Edgar Beresford.
Well, that's what I want to see. I want to look at it. So now we have a comparison number. Now that I have that math again.
He has 10 pips altogether.
So he's about an average general for us.
And
Except
actually,
that his pips have come down kind of nicely, right? They're mostly in shock, which is the maximum number in shock, which is where we want it, right? You still valuing shock over fire?
Yeah.
So definitely. He has no points in maneuver, no points in siege. So distributionally, we've got pretty much the optimal distribution on his points.
Mm-hmm. But he's average. He's not above average. He's average.
That's true. So we'd have to roll an above average general and then get a distribution that favors it for us.
So it's a 50-50 chance, roughly. If he's
Why
above
does that
average.
Make it a 50-50?
Because if he's average, but he's got optimal distribution, then we have a 50% chance, roughly, of being above average, 50% chance of being below average.
Okay, I can buy that. So the odds of getting a better number of pips than this guy are about even. Okay, but then we have to roll in the distribution. How often are the distributions going to break down this way as opposed to? You did tell me some stuff. I don't want the exact math for that, but just give me an estimate.
Well, shock is favored. If you only have one pip, almost always it's going to go to shock. If you have 2 pips to be assigned, there's like a formula that determines how it assigns them. So shock is preferred, maneuvers slightly, a little bit, and then fire comes. But the thing is, we have +3 guaranteed shock. So getting 6 shock is going to be very easy because all we really need to roll is a 3, which is not hard to do when you're averaging 9.5 pips. Is that, the guaranteed shock skews you towards having maximum shock much easier than if you just had 100 tradition.
Okay. You ready?
Do it. I think you should. We're ahead of time on military. I would click it 2 or 3 times. Sure. 353.
So pretty
good.
Shit.
It's good. It's 8. It's 11. It's 11 pips. It's more pips than Edgar. It's not quite as distributed as well, but it's still a good general.
Yeah, but it doesn't fill any of the roles we need. We're still going to use Edgar over this guy, and he doesn't have any siege pips, right? So we're never going to use that character.
I think he's better than Benjamin Button, if you're still favoring shock.
Okay. Okay. Another one?
Yeah. Do it. No, you're just crap there. You rolled a 7.
Yep. What did we say right now? We're looking at average of 9.5, right?
6 to 14. You roll 7. Come on. Filthy.
You ready?
I'm just going to delete that guy. He's dead.
One more?
Yeah.
Last one? Last one or no?
Do it. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
What? How do you do this? So, an 8? Gosh, you're horrible.
Because I told you, man. If in any given scenario, we look at my chat was telling me that I was playing Darkest Dungeon on stream the other day, and their comment from this was that basically this is essentially Murphy's Law. You're basically proving Murphy's Law over and over again.
Look what I just rolled.
The 3-3-1. Yeah.
I rolled a 7.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad. This is why though, if you can get your army tradition up to 60, and then all of a sudden you just have a lot more guaranteed pips.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got to find Benjamin Button.
All right. Well, we're playing roulette with our friggin' generals here.
Okay. The only thing is, though, Benjamin Button does have that infantry combat ability trait, so he actually is slightly better, I think, just because of that 10% infantry combat ability.
Okay.
So, sorry,
we
George.
Should keep fighting with Beresford, though, because Beresford has 50% army tradition from battles.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Anyway.
You gotta win a battle or two. But.
Yeah, you gotta actually win them. It's true. Anyway, we gotta go. It's been too long. We talked about all those numbers, and we didn't keep a single one of the generals.
Yeah, I know. We
So
rolled bad.
There you go. All right. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
See you guys soon.